Hi everyone, I'm Abby and welcome back to Ace Attorney Investigations. Now, last episode we investigated the secretary's office, Manny's office, the victim, and we believe we figured out who his killer is, yeah? This part's gonna be crazy. Agent Lang. Lang Z says, "Little cubs, never do they know the real fury of the elder wolves." Those quotes are becoming increasingly difficult to decipher. And what does that mean? It means you'll never know how angry I can get. Mr. Prosecutor, the counterfeit bills made by Babelese Inc. They were all made of Zangfa denominations. Yes, so I heard from Miss Von Karma. But we don't know where the play money has gone. I must not have figured out that it was all burned yet. Ever since those things showed up in circulation, my country's economy has taken a big hit. Zangfa is in financial chaos as we speak, because we can't tell the difference between our own bills and the fakes. But it's not just the money, the citizens are also worried. I've staked the honor of the House of Lang on this. I've come to this land to capture the mastermind behind this whole mess. I investigated how the bills were made and how the ink was smuggled into Zangfa, and then pursued the smuggler ring all the way here. But tonight, this is where the final chapter was written. Despite my frantic efforts to chase the smuggler down, someone got to him first. And now I'm called to return home without a single answer. Agent Lang, Don't start. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault, Mr. Prosecutor. Master Alba, I'm sorry for all the trouble tonight. Oh no, it is I who should apologize. It was all because it was not strong enough. If only I was able to think of a better solution. Worthless, you fool! Curse your empty brain! You're being too hard on yourself, Ambassador. I take full responsibility tonight. End of story. So now let's go. Time to return to our den. Yes. I don't like to admit it, but there's not much else for us to do but go home as well. Agent Lang, I'm on if you... You, Wolfman and the Secretary Lady! Hold it! Objection, pal! Detective Gumshoe? Have you got the results of the handwriting analysis already? Yep, and that no is definitely written by Mr. Koshan, sir. Just as I thought. Good work, Detective. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor? How long do you intend to hold us up for? Sorry to have made you wait. But I believe that now everyone is finally here. Agent Shingna, I'd like to ask you something if you don't mind. Yes? How exactly did you feel to see the Yatagarasu when you were in the neighboring room to where Mr. Koshan was killed? I'd like you to explain that to us. What? Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, what are you doing asking her about something she didn't see? Agent Lang hasn't touched Babel investigation at all, so I suppose we'll need to explain a few things to him first. Miles Edgeworth, I can't even begin to imagine what's going on in that head of yours. The only thing going on in my head is the pursuit of the truth. Oh? It sounds like you have some sort of plan. Very well. I'll supervise you until the end. She's seriously going to treat me as a subordinate for the rest of the day. You're not trying to pick a fight with my subordinate on some flimsy guess, are you? I'm not trying to pick a fight, and the evidence is hardly flimsy, as you will see. Should have known. That you and I are destined to fight it out to the very end. It would appear that way. Well, I'll prove her innocence. So let's see what you've got, Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth. With pleasure. My opening argument will discuss the Yatagarasu that appeared in Babel, and establish exactly who it was that Kay saw. Agent Lang, I assume you've been briefed on Kay's testimony? You mean the suspicious person in a coat that she saw? That's right. The person's one of the keys to solving this case. The person who pretended to be the Yatagarasu. Pretended? What do you mean by that? I'll get to that in a second, but first I want to review what Kay's mystery person did. Okay, if you could please explain for us what the person you were chasing did. Okay, you got it. I first spotted the suspicious person near the open air stage on the Babel East side. I called out to the person, but as soon as I did, the person ran off. I thought it was rather suspicious, so I immediately gave chase. For the sake of argument, let's call the suspicious person the Yatagarasu. Please tell us what happened when you chased the Yatagarasu up to the 3rd floor. Can do. I chased the Yatagarasu all the way up to the 3rd floor of the Babelese embassy. It was a pretty straight chase down the hallway until the sun turned. The Yatagarasu disappeared around the corner, so I did my best to catch up. When I turned the corner, I saw the Yatagarasu ran into Mr. Koshin's office. They gave chase and ran into the room. When I entered the room, it was pitch black. Couldn't see a thing. I felt something on the ground next to my foot, so I turned on the light, but then... Ah! Who's there? By the time I turned on the lights, the Yatagarasu had disappeared. When Kate entered the room, the person she was chasing was already gone. Why do you suppose that was Agent Lang? What do you mean, why do you suppose? Isn't it obvious? Person stepped out through the door behind the girl under the cover of darkness. Sorry, but I know for a fact the person didn't escape through that door. Oh? And how do you know that was such certainty? That's easy. If the Yatagarasu had left through that door, they would have run straight into this person. Yeah, remember? Shina was in the other room, so yeah.
Take that!
Your answer is Shina? Yes, because let's consider what would have happened if the Yatagarasu had used the door. When Kay screamed upon discovering Mr. Koshin's body, the Yatagarasu would have run right into Agent Shina, who was in the next room over. Ugh. Agent Shina, would you mind telling us if you saw the suspicious person in question? No, I didn't see anyone. You see? Therefore, the Yatagarasu could not have escaped through the doors. It just means that the creep slipped out before Shina made it out into the hallway. I doubt that, as there was another person in that hallway. A certain detective. Detective Gumshoe, where were you exactly at that time? Me, sir? Well, when I heard Case scream. I ran towards Mr. Koshin's office from the opposite direction to Agent Shina, sir. So, Agent Lang, can you explain how someone could have eluded both of them? Even you must coincide that under these circumstances, the door was not a viable route. Grrr. Way to go, Mr. Edgeworth. You nailed him with just an explanation of what happened. Yes, we eliminated one of the possible escape routes from that room. This is far from over. I need to make Agent Lang aware as well of yet another possible escape route that Yatagarasu could have taken. I get it. So that's what you were trying to show me. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, let me guess. This is what you're trying to say, right? If the door's not a viable escape route, then there must have been another way out. Precisely. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, it's time to bust out with the revolving fireplace wall explanation, right? No, not quite yet. Huh? Well, why? I thought this would be the perfect time. The revolving wall on the Babelese side is not only to 4 people. If we use this information unwisely, the truth may escape us in the end. What's all the whispering over there? Scared I'll figure out your tactics? Nothing of the sort, Agent Lang. Come, let's continue where we left off. That smug, haughty attitude of yours really rubbed me the wrong way, you know that? Well, no matter. I've already figured you out alright anyway. The only other possible escape route besides the door is the room's lone window. Since a new picture of said escape route exists, are you saying that this photo captures the moment of the Yatagarazu's escape? This Detective Bad must have filled him in on this photo. I have to admit that at first I thought the window to be a possible escape route as well. However, I now know that to be impossible. Now I realize you may not know this, but humans can't fly. Of course I know that. That's bloody common sense. Besides, I never thought I thought that that photo to be of the Yatagarazu's escape route. Suppose not. Alright then, explain yourself. Shadow in this photo is not the Yatagarasu that Kay was chasing after. You can say that whatever you'd like in whatever language you want. There's only one language I really understand, the language of evidence. Very well then. I present to you proof that the person Kay saw is not the same as the one in this photo. Yeah.
Take that!
Let me explain to you precisely why the shadow in this photo is not the Yatagarasu Kei saw. He spotted the Yatagarasu heading for the 3rd floor during the 2nd fire. However, the photo in question was taken just after the 1st fire. Grrr. Yeah, way to go! Suppose you bit him in the butt now. We're not done yet. You still have yet to explain what that shadow is, and how the Yatagarasu escaped. I suppose you can answer both, can you? Regarding the photo, I admit that we don't understand what it means quite yet. Heh, as I thought. However, you got to Yatagarazu's escape route? Now that I can answer. You can? Well then, Mr. Prosecutor, go on, enlighten me. Even if I explain it, you'll try to find some flaw with what I have to say. You're busy heading up the Albashan investigation, correct? In that case, I doubt you have much knowledge about the Babylese side of the case. So wouldn't it be best if the lead on that side, Agent Shina, explained to my stead? Shina is my subordinate. If I don't stick up for her, how can I look her in the eyes and call myself her boss? Lang, it's alright. I can take care of him. Shina. She'll leave me a law as my boss. It's time for me to prove my worth. Alright. If you're okay with it, then you have my support. Finally, it's down to just Agent Shina and myself. This is where the battle really begins. Now then, what is it you'd like to ask? Let's see. Why don't we start with your movements inside the Babylese embassy? During the first Babylese fire, I assisted in putting out the fire. During the 2nd fire, I was searching for the Yatagarasu that appeared in Babel. While I was searching, I heard a scream coming from the next room over. Although I was in the next room, I was unable to catch a glimpse of the Yatagarasu. To be honest, I'm actually very skeptical the girl's Yatagarasu even exists. And that is all I have to say. But I'm not lying when I say I saw the suspicious person run to Mr. Kosen's office. Like I said earlier, I have no intention of retracting my testimony. Good. Just to confirm, did you have a partner when you were on your investigation? No, I moved alone. In that case, you have no one to corroborate your alibi. Is that correct? Are you calling her suspicious because she was in a room by herself? How pathetic. And it wasn't when Agent Shina tried to arrest Kay under the same rationale? And how about when you accused Larry because he was the weapon's owner? Grr! Not that it's unexpected for that useless lump to get into such a situation. Although, I suppose it's never a good idea to let mistakes go uncorrected. I'll make no excuse for what I did in that situation. And you should apologize right now for making Kay out to be the killer, pal. I'm sorry. Should not apologize. I'm sorry. It's really okay. I mean, I'm not under suspicion anymore. Right, Mr. Edgeworth? Well, I never doubted you. Not for 1 second. And the same goes for me. I believe in Shina. Let's put that to the test and see if she's really worthy of your trust. This promises to be interesting. Let's see. Yeah. Being in the room next to Mr. Koshin's office is the problem with your testimony. Mr. Prosecutor, I don't see what problem you're talking about at all. Agent Lang, do you recall the sequel we discovered by the Albashan office fireplace? Huh? Oh, you mean how it connects to the office within the room next door? What about it? Well, Alabasta is the only country with secret connecting fireplaces. The fireplace in Mr. Koshin's office holds the exact same secret. What? The Yatagarasu didn't escape through the door to the room or the window. The escape route was through the revolving fireplace wall and into the next room over. Now do you see? If the Yatagarasu had escaped into the next room, then the thief would run straight into Agent Shena. Meaning that it's impossible for her to have missed the Yatagarasu. What is the meaning of this, Miles? Well, would you care to explain, Agent Shena? How you managed to completely miss the fleeing Yatagarasu, or shall I? Your claim that you were in the room next door was a lie all along, wasn't it? The truth is, you were the one Case saw in the coat. Pretending to be Yatagarasu, and you were the one she chased after. As you tried to lose, you ran to Mr. Koshin's office and headed for the fireplace. Then you shed her coat in the next room, leaving her there to emerge as Agent Shina. After that, you came back around to place Kay under arrest. Does that sound about right? If not, then speak now or forever hold your peace. How dare you make Kay look like the bad guy when you're the suspicious one, pal? Shina? Who does that laugh remind you of? That laugh. I remember this irritating laugh. Brr, I'm getting chills on my spine. It can't be. But it has to be. Shina, what's wrong with you? I'm sorry. It was so funny that I couldn't help but laugh. Funny, you say? Yes, that's what accused me of being the Yatagarasu. Prosecutors of this country really are also very strange. Do you think you can get away with this by simply laughing it off? You think I'm taking things too lightly? I think not. It's that prosecutor who is. Look, everything you said earlier was nothing more than mere speculation. The Yatagarasu fled through the fireplace. Do you have any proof to back up your claim? If you don't, you haven't proven a thing regarding Yatagarasu's escape route. The tone of voice you're taking with me now has certainly changed. That's because it's been a while since I've had this much fun. I think I'll let loose and then we can have a real battle of wits. For an agent of Interpol to show me the true power of her mind, it is a great honor. Don't underestimate me. I'm not some foolish broad, you know. I know, and that is why I won't hold anything back either as I answer your question. My question? Here's your proof that the revolving fireplace wall in Babel was used recently.
Take that!
I'm sorry, but is this really your honest answer to my question? Yes. According to Ambassador Polino's testimony, he said that he was burning some documents in the fireplace of Mr. Koshin. Oh? The ashes of what they burned were left in the fireplace. They should have been there. However, when we went to investigate the room, the ashes weren't there. Why is that a problem? Maybe someone cleaned them up? Unfortunately for you, Ambassador Polino said that he forgot to. So the question remains, why were the ashes missing? The answer is simple. When they got to Yatagarasu went through the fireplace wall, the ashes were pushed into the next room by the wall as well. The movement of the ashes around Mr. Koshin's office is my proof. And just what is so funny, ash as proof. We even like to submit such flaky evidence in court. You still wish to fight us? Of course. Why wouldn't I? In that case, let's hear your counter-argument. A counter-argument, huh? This really is just like being in court. Well, to me, we're simply continuing from where we left off all those years ago. I have no idea what you're talking about. It doesn't matter if we're at a crime scene or in court. Let's finish this here and now. I suppose. I had a lot of fun today, but I grew weary of this game of cat and mouse. Let's make this the last testimony and wrap this up, this absurd case once and for all. In my eyes, all you prove is that the rotating fireplace wall was used. But you can't really call that proof that the guy to Garasu used the fireplace, now can you? So then who was that used the rotating wall? Show me your answer with real evidence. Remember, we've already finished a very thorough investigation. And we found out a single suspicious thing in Mr. Koshin's office. And there you have it, a counter-argument. Ugh. It's very impressive. She has seen through to the fact that I've yet to gather that one piece of evidence. What is it, Kay? I haven't heard a peep out of you in quite a while now. If you don't think you can handle it, feel free to leave the rest of it to us. But Kay, pull yourself together. You're the true heir to the Yatagarasu name, are you not? If you want to steal the truth, then you must never take your eyes off of it. This chase you're running to catch the truth, you must see it through to the very end. Mr. Edgeworth, you're right. I will see this through to the end. So, you go get her for me, Mr. Edgeworth. With pleasure. Looks like a lack of evidence has left you wide open, doesn't it? Shinna, please, show me you're someone I can trust. Don't worry. This will be the deciding match. You'll see. Truly sorry, Agent Ling, but I simply can't allow it to escape me again. Very well then, Agent Shinna. Shall we begin? I'm ready whenever you are. Yeah, this is suspicious, wouldn't you say?
Objection!
Well, you say that you and your agents have finished your thorough investigation. Are you absolutely certain that you didn't overlook anything? Well, aren't we full of ourselves, standing there insulting Interpol agents? You better not be insinuating that my men are incompetent, Mr. Prosecutor. I'd never do that. However, it doesn't change the fact that they did overlook something. I'd like for you to take a look at this length of wire. And what exactly is this supposed to mean? A length of wire? So what about it? I'll tell you what. We found this in the Babylese embassy not long ago. What? And we wound up inside the grandfather clock in Mr. Koshin's office. You found that at the scene of Mr. Koshin's murder? But this wire wasn't all we found. We found one other very important thing. There's more? In Mr. Koshin's office, there were signs of someone had burned counterfeit bills there. What in the... That evidence was something you found out through that girl's machine, right? So what if it was? That's what I thought. But fortunately for you, a recreation made by a machine is hardly concrete proof. Among the ashes you find in the room, did you happen to find any counterfeit bills? No. You see? So there was nothing in that office. Nothing you call evidence, anyway.
Objection!
I'm sorry, but I seem to have given you the wrong impression. How so? I don't recall saying that it's presenting evidence of any sort. Rather, I was pointing out that your investigation was incomplete. And that this throws doubt on the purity of your investigation into the Yatagarasu. You still suspect me, I see. Alright then, ask that you point out what part of my investigation is incomplete. The other Interpol agents worked under the command of Agent Shinna. It is not possible that the reason the person Kay was chasing chose the 3rd floor. It's because that person knew there would be no other agents on that floor. Furthermore, I've come to see that Agent Shinna was only pretending to be investigating the Yatagarasu to the point of arresting Kay. In that case, there was one location no one's yet to inspect. Your team's investigation was incomplete because they failed to inspect this location.
Take that!
The location, Agent Shina, is of course the room you claim to have examined. I believe the room next to Mr. Koshnin's office warrants a thorough inspection. Even if you do that, I doubt you'll find anything of use to you there. I'll be the one to decide that. Detective Gumshoe? Yes, sir. I'm on it. I'll be right back after I check out that room next to the office. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth? Do you really think that Miss Shina's the Yatagarasu? Yes, my logic is sound to believe she is. Then, I'm not going to let her get away with ruining the name of the Yatagarasu. But can you prove she's the Yatagarasu is the question. Detective Gumshoe can find what I'm hoping he will find, and I should be able to. And just what are you hoping he'll find? Let's just say this. I had Detective Gumshoe do a little experiment for me earlier. An experiment? As if that detective has the brains for high science. It wasn't that mentally taxing. Adam used the same escape route as Yatagarasu. What did you find out by doing that? First, that it's possible for a person to fit through the revolving wall door. Second, that by going through there, his coat is covered in ash and Babelese ink. Who cares what his coat is covered in? It's not worth that much anyway. Ah, but is it really worth so little? I believe that it's actually quite a meaningful result, the value of which I'm about to prove. Mr. Edgeworth, I found some things you really need to see, sir. Oh? So what are these things that you found? Some makeup, a coat, and a pair of shoes, sir. You found a coat? If that, Mr. Edgeworth? Maybe it's the one the person I was chasing I was wearing. Yes, possibility does exist. Agent Shina, were these pieces of evidence not in that room when you examined it? Unfortunately for you, those aren't suspicious items of any sort. They all belong to me. They're getting in the way, so I stored them in that room. Oh. Thank you for bringing them to me. It saves me a trip. May I have them back now? These items that the detective brought back are incredibly significant. I request to be allowed to examine them. They're my personal belongings, so you have no right to touch them without my permission. I wish to examine them for the sake of the investigation. If you wish to deny us access to them, Agent Ling, let's hear your opinion on this. I say, let them look at your stuff, Shina. Lang! Shina, let's put it all out in the open. You're really innocent that you have nothing to worry about, right? I guess so. Alright, go ahead and examine whatever you'd like. After all, I have nothing to hide. Good. Now let us begin. So which Agent Shina's belongings are you going to examine, sir? Obviously it'd be the coat, yeah. Let's examine the coat. Yes, sir. Appears you managed to stain your coat rather badly. Agent Shina? You got to go to rest of the case I was wearing a coat. I began to wonder if the stain wasn't created when you went through the fireplace. No, you have it wrong. That still probably got on my coat when I was helping the police put out the fire. And what about this dark substance around the hem of your coat? Oh, I didn't realize the hem was that dirty. Sure, it's just some water mixed with soap from when I was helping with the fire. I don't think so. You can get away with such a transparent lie? Yeah, don't lie to us, pal. It's the same pattern of dirt that got on my coat when I went through the fireplace. Your words ring hollow in the absence of evidence, you know. So unless you can prove that the dirt on my coat is from the fireplace, which I can, how? You did a great job, Detective Gumshoe. Huh? Me, sir? What did I do? This coat. This is exactly the piece of evidence I was searching for. I've been hoping to find the coat that the person Kay saw was wearing. And thanks to you, we proved that going through the fireplace would suddenly a coat. I don't quite get what you're saying, but I'm happy for the praise, sir. All that remains is for us to show that the dark substance of the coat hem is. Oh, and you think you can do that? Of course I can. This is the dark substance that sullied the hem of this coat.
Take that!
That Babelese ink? Yes, this is what will prove that the coat went through that fireplace. According to Master Polino, you burned some files in the fireplace this morning. You told us about that already, so I don't want to see the point in mentioning it again. My point is that he spilled some ink onto the back wall of the fireplace at that time. If the dark substance on this coat turns out to be Babelese ink, it would prove that you and this coat went through the revolving fireplace wall. Ack! Sorry to have clipped one of your wings, Yatagarasu, but we're not finished yet. But you have no way of proving whether or not there's Babylese ink on the coat hem. Oh, but I do. I intend to show that it is ink in a few seconds. How? How, you ask? Well, since you don't seem to know, allow me to show you. This is all proof the dark substance on the coat is Babylese ink. We can find out whether that is Babylese ink or not by lighting it on fire. That's how you're going to prove that it's Babylese ink? Yes. If you could please cut a section of the dark stained area for me, I'd appreciate it. Because I will show you here and now what the dark substance is. Shina, sorry to do this. I'm going to have to cut off a bit of your coat. Go ahead. I wasn't planning to wear it anymore anyway. Now then, someone could loan me a lighter or something. Oh, I've got some matches. I always carry them with me so I can light smoke bombs. And if you could please have one, Kay, we can get this experiment underway. The flame! It's the same color as the flames what crystal oil produces, which means Ablaze ink is a product with crystal oil, and when lit, the ink produces a green flame. I believe the time has come to clip the Yatagarasu's other wing. Ishina, you're the fake Yatagarasu, the one who killed my father. It's about time you came clean, Ishina, or should I say, Callisto you. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, you're not serious, are you? Do I look like the joking type to you? Callisto you, never heard that name before in my life. That's manner of speaking and that attitude. You haven't changed a bit in 7 years. You're the defense attorney that killed Mr. Faraday and then tried to frame me for it. Oh, really? And you have proof? You insisted the one that I'm this Callisto you woman, you can't prove it. If you have no proof, then I'm afraid you won't be able to lay a single finger on me. The raven is a very unique bird, one that flies by the darkness of night. However, the light of dawn has arrived and will reveal your true ugly form to the world. Enough poetry, I want to see some evidence. You really have something that can prove that she is Callisto you? I do. It's something that the second Yatagarasu has preserved for us these last 7 years. Do me the honor, Mr. Edgeworth. I will, Kay. We have finally come to the end. We'll prove her to be Callisto you with this and clip this Yatagarasu's wings for good.
Take that!
This perfume? This will prove you to be Callisto you. It will? Kay's preserved it perfectly for us. Surely you can remember this bottle. This belonged to Miss Yu just before she disappeared 7 years ago. Naturally, this means that a few of her fingerprints are on here as well. This is that bottle of perfume you spilled, which I have preserved ever since. I heard from my father, Byrne Faraday, that if stored under the right conditions, a fingerprint can be preserved for decades, which means that your fingerprints are still on here, every last one. We can clear everything up if you were to compare the prints on this to your own. Now come, Eiji Shina, will you submit yourself to a fingerprint test? Yeah, this is a breakdown animation. Yeah. It looks like you seen right through me yet again. You're sending the biggest shit on my spine, Edgeworth. Callisto, you. So you've shown the true face at last. This feeling a thrill. It's even greater than that time 7 years ago. Shina, I really enjoyed our days together. You're an insanely strong, nice, kind-hearted idiot of a man. So you were a spy all along? A mole sent by the smuggling ring I've been chasing after? Someone who has been feeding them intel and all this time? Very good. You weren't as big of an idiot as I thought. Callisto, you. The woman who killed my father 7 years ago. You're her, aren't you? The fake Yatagarasu. That's right. Callisto, you. It's just one of my many names. But even that is just a facade. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am the great thief Yatagarasu. Callisto, you. This time you won't escape, for this is the end of the road for you. Now come along quietly. You know, you're the one who left the strongest impression on me, Kay Faraday. And had you not used the Yatagarasu's gadgets, I might have never known who you were. But here you are, being a thorn in my side. Just like your father always was. Kay, don't. I'll never forgive you for what you did to my father. You really are just like him. Mr. Faraday too, but that's just laughable, honestly. Kay! Ah! You let Kay go right now, pal! You're despicable! Let go of me, filthy! Ugh! You think I'm a fake, don't you? Well, unfortunately for you, I'm the real Yatagarasu. But that's impossible! My father was one who created Little Thief. Hey, Edgeworth. The Yatagarasu has 3 legs. Do you know why that is? Why it has 3 legs? There are 3 main reasons why the Yatagarasu will always be one step ahead. First, Yatagarasu always knows the exact location of the target object. Second, the Yatagarasu always knows exactly to disarm the security system. No, it can't be. Did you finally figure it out? Do you finally know the real identity of the Yatagarasu? The real identity of the Yatagarasu is... The real identity of the Yatagarasu is neither Burn Faraday nor Callisto U. But by the second token, they're also both the real Yatagarasu. Heh, how very perceptive of you. No way! The single person known as the Great Thief Yatagarasu never existed. Mr. Edgeworth? No, I refuse to believe this. Yatagarasu is known to have 3 special skills. Skill number 1, the Yatagarasu always knows the exact location of the target object. And a lawyer would have the opportunity to learn the layout of the client collaborations. Skill number 2, the Yatagarasu always knows exactly how to disarm the security system. And a good prosecutor will be well versed in the ways of a criminal. And skill number 3, the Yatagarasu doesn't leave a single shred of evidence behind. Ever. Detective Bad! It was only natural for the Yatagarasu to never leave evidence behind. Because the lazy detective on the case hid it all away. You're the 3rd member of the Yatagarasu? You? I've been looking for you for a long time. 7 long years, but I've finally got you. Why, Mr. Bad? Long time no see? What happened to us? We used to be such a great team. We were such a great team, why did you kill my father 7 years ago? Why indeed? It was nothing personal, really. It was just another person I had to kill. How can you say that? I grow weary of this. It's about time for everything to come to an end. And this time, I won't miss. Stop! You! Kay! It's over, Shina. Your leg! Agent Lang! Ugh. You idiot! What were you thinking jumping in front of my gun like that? What are you risking your life for? I'm sorry, Detective Bad, but no matter what sort of past she may have had, or even if she is a spy, it doesn't change the fact that she is my subordinate. As long as she is, I can't allow any harm to come to her, not even from you. You really are an idiot, you know that? Heh, it's fine with me. You should know by now that this is just how I am. Hey sis. Yes? I want you to conduct a full-body search. She might have another weapon on her. Alright. Detective Gumshoe, your assistance, please. Sir. Hey, I found something. What is this, sir? Looks the bait of a knife, but it doesn't have a handle. This is a great find, Detective. Huh? It is, sir? Let's try pairing up this blade with this handle.
Take that!
I believe this blade actually belongs with the handle that was on the murder weapon. Hey, they fit together perfectly. This blade must have been taken from the crime scene when the knife handles were switched. I'm going to go return this Babylese knife now. Alright, I trust you to make sure that is returned to Ambassador Plano. I believe this makes it perfectly clear who did it. Callisto U. The only time the handles could have been switched is just after Mr. Koshian's murder. Which means that you must be Mr. Koshian's killer. You killed Mr. Koshian with the Albastion knife. Switched the handles and then took the original blade of the Babylese knife with you. Later, you allowed yourself to be spotted by Kay near the open-air stage. Used the fireplace to lose her, and then you went back to accuse her of the murder. That's not about summing up. Crafting an engaging tale, Edgeworth. But there are two problems with it. Problems? In what respect? Why do you think my real reason wasn't allowing her to chase after me? It was also why I could capture Kay Faraday. What? When I saw you using the device to Kate Waterland, I knew right away that you were Burn Faraday's daughter. So I became curious, so I researched a little into your background. That's how I found out that you were on the trail of the Yatagarasu. So that's why you tried to pin Mr. Koshin's murder on me? Yes. I knew you would show up at this embassy tonight. I thought to use you, but pinning the murder on you wasn't my only goal. What, another? Yes. Once you had your arrest, I could plan to search you and take back the device that rightfully belongs to me, the true Yatagarasu. You were going to take the little thief away from me? 7 years ago, it was thanks to that device that Faraday was able to infiltrate this place. But he stole more than he should have. I had a tough time recovering that precious key. Then the person who stole the Yatagarasu's key was Mr. Faraday? You. The incident 7 years ago. What was the catalyst behind it? And the guys in the smuggling room, the Yatagarasu was becoming a bit of a problem. It wasn't an especially pleasant assignment. Then why? Why did you become a member of the Yatagarasu? Why? There is no why. I was destined to betray everyone from the very beginning. From the beginning? What is that supposed to mean? The person I take orders from hasn't changed, even now to this day. Does this mean that the leader of the smuggling ring wasn't Mr. Koshan? Then the real leader is still out there pulling the strings. Are you done asking what you need to know? Because if so, we should probably get going. And you're going to tell me everything you did tonight. Do you understand, Shana? I guess I should tell you then that I was the one who set the Babylese embassy on fire. And why did you do that? Suppose it was to destroy all evidence of the counterfeit bills. That was what the smuggling ring was trying to do? But then why start two fires? Sorry, but I can't tell you anything about the ring. It's your job to complete your investigation, after all. I've had my fun. Now it's your turn to enjoy the ride. Wait, I mean, Miss Shana? Yes. When I fell to the floor earlier, these fell on my feet. What about them? They're such pretty hair sticks that I thought, well, that I should return them to you. You can have them. They're no use to me anymore. If you don't want them, you can always just throw them away. No, I want to keep them. Suit yourself. Oh, that's right. Almost forgot, Edgeworth. About the second problem I had with your story? I didn't kill anyone tonight. What? I'm not saying that as a sore loser. Think of it as a hint, if you will. Mr. Prosecutor? Yes, Agent Ling? Mark my words, I'm not done here and I'll be back. And it's got nothing to do with duty or anything because this has become my personal case. May have been shot, but I'll show you just how dangerous a wounded wolf can be. The anger appears to have negated the sensation of pain in his injured leg. It's finally over, Kay. I feel like I peered into her heart a little, you know? It's so cold and dark. Incredibly lonely. The person who was giving her all these commands. The one who thought my father was a problem to be removed. That person is the real ringleader behind the smuggling ring. Mr. Edgeworth, I have a favor to ask. Can you hold on to these hair sticks for me? They're really pretty, just like the ones they were selling for the Jam and Ninja show. Until this case is over, I don't think I can look at them without being overcome. I understand. I'll take good care of them for you. There's a bit of soil stuck on the ends of these sticks. Oh, I guess it's that time already, huh? So it's midnight. The dawn of another day. Hey, Pops, thanks a bunch. You've really done a lot for everyone all these years. Check the bag. Don't tell me today is the day. Yeah, it is. With this, I can retire in peace. It was down to the wire. We almost didn't make it. But we did it. We solved everything. But that's just it. We haven't solved everything yet. Ringleader of the smuggling ring you, the Yatagarasu, were chasing after. Legend of the Yatagarasu is now over. Mr. Edgeworth, that bit of logic earlier. It was brilliant. I feel like I'll leave it all in your hands. I'm counting on you. Is it really true, Uncle Bad? Are you also a part of the Yatagarasu? As I said to you earlier, Kay. I'm truly sorry. I wanted nothing but a peaceful life for you. Uncle Bad. Hey, don't take it so seriously. It's all just one big joke, right? Unfortunately, it isn't. Oh, come on, sir. She's just taking on my chain. Isn't she, Mr. Edgeworth? Detective Bad. Wait. No, you are no longer a detective. Mr. Bad, I'd like to ask you about the Yatakarasu. Not you too, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, here, I should give these back to you. These are pages from my KGA case files that Yatakarasu stole from my office. Huh? Wait, what? Mr. Edgeworth, I must apologize for last night. So the Yatakarasu who stole into my room was you, was it? Wait, that means... What? Tell me it's not true. That's too insane for me to believe, sir. It's true, even if it's not something you want to hear. KG8 incident. It's a very emotionally trying case. We stood in that courtroom. Faraday is the prosecutor, and I as the lead detective. Faraday had evidence in his possession that would prove the defendant guilty. However, because it was stolen, the defendant was found innocent. He was the elder sister of the victim in the case. When the defendant was pronounced not guilty, she let out a great wail. That's when we realized there was a limit to what the law could do. The only way to bring someone like that to justice was to do so outside of the courts. That's what we thought at the time. That's how we formed the Yatakarasu and vowed to bring to light any dirty dealings companies had with the ring, including companies that dealt with the Amada Group, Mr. Amada's conglomerate. We called ourselves the Yatakarasu and flexed our collective muscle. We exposed all sorts of shady dealings as a warning to the business world as a whole. By doing that, we were able to stop the higher-ups from covering things up. And then, it was finally time. We had finally arrived at the moment when we'd find out the ringleader's true identity. It was then that you literally stabbed us in the heart, and Faraday, he died for it. But why? Wasn't she the sister of the victim in the KG8 incident? After Faraday's death, I looked into her past. And that's when I found out that she was a phony. The victim of the KG8 incident, Sissy you? She never had a sister. What? Then that means... Shina wasn't the only fake name she used. Callisto Yu was also another pseudonym. From the very beginning, that woman was a spy sent by the smuggling ring. She said it herself. I was destined to betray everyone from the very beginning. Anyway, let's return to the real topic at hand. Mr. Edgeworth, this trump card that we stuck onto this page of the case file, please use it wisely. Trump card? That photo that we stuck on there, try peeling it off. Behind it, slumbers a piece of evidence that Faraday hid away all those years ago. It's the mark of the Yatakarasu. But why? This is a directives card from the big boss. Take a look at the back. This was something Ocean had on him at the time of the KG8 incident 10 years ago. That blood is from the victim of the incident, Mrs. Yu. But why is the card adorned with the mark of the Yatakarasu? The reason why we called ourselves the Yatakarasu was because of the three-legged raven mark that the smuggling ring's boss used. Apparently, orders from the boss would come on these cards without fail. The person who received the order was supposed to burn it immediately after reading it. And apparently, it burns a bright green flame when set ablaze. So you mean the cards were written in Babelese ink? The fact that the card that Koshin was sent made it into Faraday's hand at all is nothing short of a miracle. We decided, whenever we stole anything, we would send a card along with it. The police. So that's what these white cards are. The great thief that used the mark that only those within the ring would know. It was our message to the ringleader. They were only a few steps behind. And one more thing. Check the gumshoe. I'm entrusting this to you. What is this, sir? This is what I was talking about earlier. During the KG8 incident trial, Faraday had this in his possession. This important definitive piece of evidence. But I thought it was stolen. How do you have it? The person who stole it from us 10 years ago was a man by the name of Ernest Amano. And he had it locked and hidden away for all this time. We forced him to tell us where it was finally, after the other day's kidnapping case. This video. What? Don't come any closer. I'm warning you. This is the same video as the one Mr. Portsman was trying to conceal from me. Yeah, it seemed that even he was caught up in the ring's web. Amano was preparing to take on the boss someday. And the video was his insurance. That's where that prosecutor comes in. He was to retrieve the video. On top of that, he was apparently instructed to sneak into your office and steal the trump card. You saw it for yourself, right? The card that told him to preserve the evidence? Then, that card was not the calling card they got to Garasu, but rather a directives card from the ringleader to Mr. Portsman? The two pieces together make for a strong weapon for whoever holds them. The evidence Mr. Portsman thought to withhold from me, and the one that you stole from my office last night? Both pieces are illegal for me to use, either one is. Whether you use them or not is up to you. They will be of help to you, and you take away on someone who is above the law. Is the boss one of those who cannot be brought to court that Mr. Faraday spoke of? Detective Bad? There is no limit to the law, for it is the people to determine the limits to them. You still insist that, even now? You really are something else. Leave the rest in your hands. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, the handcuffs. Time to lock up the last remaining member of the Gatakarasu. Pops. Don't ever lose your detective spirit. Pomps, why is this happening? This isn't justice. Like I always told you, do not get emotionally involved. Now let's go. Yes, sir. Is this really the end of a legend? Trust me, there's still a lot to come to. Still have to find out who the ringleader is and all that stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching. Feel free to like and comment and subscribe. Check out my Twitch and Ko-Fi and Twitter/X. Next time we'll finally begin to wrap up this case, but it'll still be like a few more episodes before that happens. Yeah, it's going to be a long, hard battle. So hope you join me for that. And peace off.